All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting game, mathematics. Warm-up number 3 is on the screen. And once again, we're still doing like a vast review and so on and so forth. So number 1, it says arrange in ascending order and compute the sum. Number 2, simplify, say an expression. And number 3, it says find the mean, median, mode, and range, and also label the quartiles and identify IQR of 9, 7, 3, 5, 7, 2, 10. All right? I'll give you some time for that. Copy that and go. All right, let's see what we got for number 3. Let me scoot over really quick. All right. Let's see. Start with mean, median, and mode. What you got? Jet, mean? 6 point what? Hands if you got that. Okay, looks about right. How about median? Zach, what'd you get for the median? 7. Hands if you got that. Looks about right. Mode, Mel. 7. Yep, that's about right. Okay, now let's get into some fun stuff. Range, what's the range? Jared. Is what? 1. 8. Hands if you got 8. That's about right. Okay. Now let's get to the fun stuff. We got Q1, Q2, and Q3. All right. Q1, what'd you get for Q1? Chinese. 3. Hands if you got that. That is correct. Q2, Dom. 7 is correct. And Q3, JC. 9. Hands if you got that. All right. And lastly, what is the IQR? Tell your neighbor before I get someone. IQR. What's IQR? I guess. What? Samuel, what'd you get? 6. Hands if you got that. So how do we compute the IQR? We take the smallest and the largest, right? So then it's 9 minus 3. That gives us 6. Okay? From 1 to 5, how comfortable are you with this? Yeah, this was like more like a review. Is it coming back, right? Taking you back to Sloppy Joes and all that from middle school, right? All right, and 1 and 2, I'll give you that for you. So the rest, I'm just going to continue building up on structure for the lesson throughout the day, for every day. So what is after the warm-up? Copy the agenda, is that correct? So copy the agenda underneath. We got agenda, warm-up number 3, best fit lines, and for home play, only one problem. Only. You see how it makes it sound like just very simple, right? Only. Did you know that's an actual strategy that they use to sell you stuff at the stores? It's only $599, you know, so be careful. So once again, warm-up number 3, best fit lines, and home play, 1 problem. And once again, we're still trying to hit all the foundational stuff before we actually get into the actual course for stats. I'm still giving you some stat stuff, but just foundational, okay? Today we are going to do a little bit of algebra, so everybody go like this really quick. Bear with me, yes? All right. So with that said, so we got warm-up, we got agenda. What usually comes next? Home play. All right. But before I get there, though, did everybody get their Chromebooks? Yeah, some of us. So just in case you're having difficulty logging in, remember you need your student ID, which is an 8-digit ID, and then at the end, @student.imperialusd.org. But if it doesn't work because yours is 6-digit, just add 2 zeros at the beginning and the rest. Okay? Also, we're going to get started communicating with Canvas, so make sure when you go to Canvas, you are able to do all that. However, if you have difficulties, make sure you follow the process. So at this time, I'm going to allow you to get your phones out and take a picture of that in case you need that process for when you are ready to get to Canvas. And if you notice, remember that Canvas is going to be our go-to grades. Okay? So if ever you want to look at your current grade, where do you go? Canvas. Okay? We good? All right, now you can put away your devices. I know some of you are very quick. You already sent out something, but let's put them away. All right, so we got that. I'm usually going to give you an asynchronous code so that in case we do anything in class using Nearpod, it's going to be up there. Or if I need you to continue with the lesson at home, that's going to be the code that I'm going to give you up on the screen. All right, materials once again for this course. You need your notebook, pencil, highlighters, of course our classic 4-colored pens. Some of you can get 4 different pens, I don't care, and your textbook. And previous home plate was this one, so get that one in front of you, please. Woo! Let's go. And for those of you that are barely coming in, it's already on the YouTube channel. Okay? So make sure you act like tomatoes. All right? So, before we continue, let's see. Let's look at just IQRs of numbers 1, 2, and 3. IQRs of 1, 2, and 3. Talk it over to your neighbor, see what they got. IQRs of 1, 2, and 3. All right? All right, here we go. IQR for number 1. Eric, what'd you get? IQR. 29. Hands if you got that. That's correct. IQR for number 2. Andrew, what'd you get? 7. Hands if you got that. Looks about right. IQR of number 3. Melissa? Hands if you got 3. All right. So, for number 4, I just want Q1. Tell your neighbor what you got for Q1 for number 4. Q1. Yeah, we got it? All right. Amy, what'd you get? 38. Hands if you got that. All right, so this is a piece of cake, yes? All right, so home plate for tonight. It's only one problem. For this one, you might need to go to the YouTube channel and just take a screenshot from there, okay? Because it's a lot to copy, so, but let me show you what it's going to be. Ha, 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 ha. It's only one problem, guys. My goodness. Anyway, it just looks robust, but it's fairly simple. It's just interpreting data, and I just want to see how you do with this type of approach, okay? So once again, make sure you go to the YouTube channel. I'm going to upload the lesson. You know what? X that. Get your phone out, take a picture, because I don't want excuses, Mr. Q, the internet, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, nice try. Okay? All right. So, with that said, we got our home plate. And get a Cornell note ready so we can start our lesson for today. Some of you already know the routine. Some of you ask your neighbor. Those of you that just walked in, I'm pretty sure by now you should know the routine that we go through. Cornell notes, you need a prayer model, and then your objective goes at the bottom left. Bottom left. And once again, you do need all your notes because I am going to be checking your organization before the end of the semester, which is 25% of your grade only. All right? So our objective for today, I can model linear relationships, also known as best fit lines. I can model linear relationships, also known as best fit lines. I can model linear relationships, also known as best fit lines. Copy that at the bottom left. All right, so our main concept for today is what? Linear relationships and best fit lines, which are the same thing, right? So that goes in the center of your prayer model, linear relationships or best fit lines. Definition: a straight line that best fits and provides a good description of a set of data. A straight line that best fits and provides a good description of a set of data. Example. Copy that. I'll give you some time. So once again, this is an example of a best fit line. This is not, and we said that it has to be a what? Hashtag straight line. Okay. We got it? Yes? All right. So with that said, shall we jump into the water really quick? All right, here we go. So there's three types of associations. Don't copy this, just pay attention. There is no association, positive association, and negative association. Let me elaborate on these. Okay. No association. When they give you data, that looks something like that. Compared to a positive association, and a negative association. Talk to your neighbor, let them know what's the difference between one to the other. How do we know no association, positive, and negative? No, you gotta go. All right, so hopefully they said, well, the positive one goes upward, the negative one goes downward, and this one is all over the place. So therefore, there's no association. Okay? So when we go through our year, make sure when I ask you for patterns, those are the things that you're going to be looking at before you actually get to work. That's just so that we can scan through data and then start doing stuff with it. Okay? So today we're actually going to do an activity, but before that, let's do example Q. Copy this, please. Example Q. It says graph the data and identify a best fit line. And they give us a table, X and Y. For X, we got 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 3, 9. And for Y, we got 1, 6, 2, 4, 3, 7, 9. And on the side, you want us to graph it, so I'm going to create a quadrant. Let's see, from where to where do we have our X values, guys? From what number to what number? 1 all the way to what? 9. So for my X values is 1 to 9. And my Y values are from, very good. Good participation. Yeah, 1 to 9. Okay, there it is. All right, so this is my X. This is my Y. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And just for the sake of this activity, let's say this is the number of students. And this one, of course, is going to reflect all of you. Hours of study per week. All right. Are we doing? Yeah? All right, so let's plot our data. Yes? We got 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 6, 3, 6, 5, 2, 5, 2, 1, 4, 1, 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, 3, 7, 3, 7, and 9, 9, 9, 9, which is way over here. Okay. So, before we do the best fit line, if I was to ask you to look at that data, what kind of association do you think we have? Talk it over to your neighbor, let them know what kind of association and why. What kind of association? Okay, so I hear a little bit of debate on this one. Some of you went with no association, but the one that messes that up is this one. This is called what we call an outlier. So the outlier is way over there, but it's still showing us that this data is going in which direction? Over here. Yes? So if it's going in that direction, I'm going to sketch a line that would best fit the data. Okay? So here we go. How do I do that? I'm just going to sketch a line so like that I can have at least half of the data above it and half of the data below it. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to get my line sketcher. So tell me where to place it. So we got, okay, hold on. How about right there? Okay. About there? How many above and below? 3 and 4, okay. How about there? Will that be pretty close? Now let me move this initial point. Oh my goodness. Let me move the initial point just to make it best fit the data. Hold on. All right, here it goes. What if I go there? How about there? How about there? So where? Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. So at 3, 2, 1, or 0? At what? At 2? All right. So give me a second. Let me move it to 2. And this one going through that point. Is that pretty well? All right. Sketch it on yours, please, and then we're going to do the next step. All right. So now that we found the best fit line, we're good. But am I going to stop there? No. Mr. Q always wants the next step. What's the next step? Come up with an equation or function. The equation that we're going to use is y equals mx plus b. You're like, oh no, oh yes, they're coming back. So if it's a line, a straight line, this is a linear equation. What information do we need? We need this one, which is our what? Y-intercept, which is where it starts over here. And what else do we need, guys? Our slope. Okay. Okay. So, with that said, I'm going to write it out. Y equals blank x. And what's our y-intercept, guys? Positive 2. Positive 2, because it's right here. Okay? So let's see. I want to dig deep into your noodle. Ready? Think about slope. How can I compute a slope of a straight line? Talk to those of your neighbors, see if they remember. How can I compute the slope of a line? Looks like Alexa's got it. Very good. Jet's got it. Pretty good. All right. All right. Yes, you can actually count steps, rise over run, but that's only going to work well when it's small numbers like this. Is that true for all data? No. So what do we use? M equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which means we need how many points? 2. So can someone give me the coordinates of 2 points on that line? Coordinates. Close. 0, 2. 0, 2. That's 1 point. What's the other point? The other point is over here, which is 9. It's actually 9, 9. Sorry. It's the, yeah. All right, so now that we have that, this is our x sub 1, y sub 1. This is our x sub 2, y sub 2. So, let's substitute that in here, minus, minus. Let's see. We got y sub 2 being 9 and x sub 2 being 9. Then we got y sub 1 being 2, which is this one, and x sub 1 being 0. Therefore, this is 7 over 9. That's our slope. All right, so that goes where? 7 over 9. Is it coming back for some of you? Yeah? You're like, man, Mr. Q, it's been a hot minute. All right, so let's see the process. What did we need to get started? We needed a table of data, yes? What did we do next? We plotted and graphed. What did we do next? Graphed a straight line going through the relation of that data. What did we do next? Write our equation, find the slope, and write our final equation at the end. Simple process? Okay. Run it by your neighbor one more time. What are the steps that we're going to take to get to the equation at the end? What are the steps to do? There it goes. In case you missed the steps, here's step number 1. We need a table. Step 2, we need a graph. Step 3, we need a a straight line going through the data. Step 4, you need your slope-intercept form, but already with your slope and your y-intercept. Okay? 4 things. We got it? All right. Seniors. Example, supercube. Copy this one. Same instructions except for, here goes the problem, shoe size for Mr. Q statistics class. And that's all I'm going to give you. Talk it over with your neighbor, let them know what you need to do to find you the best fit line with its equation. Yeah, so you need to get up and start getting your data, yeah? Okay, let's get to work. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. I'll give you some time. Go. Music really quick. I see a lot of talking, but not a lot of moving. You have 10 minutes to finish this problem. Once again, what do we need? We need a table with data. We need a graph, we need a straight line, and we need an equation. Let's get to work. And it includes everyone in class, which means I'm included. So, let's get to work. Go. All right, do me a favor, go back to your desk. For the sake of time, only take the data that you have and use that to create your best fit line. Look how many you have, create your table, plot it, get your straight line, and come up with an equation, please. Go. FYI, BTW, what you just did here in class, that's what they call a surveyor. I don't know if you've seen people with clipboards pass by homes and they're asking questions. Okay, that job, sometimes some volunteer, but some others are getting paid. So they get anywhere from 50 to about 70 grand a year for doing surveys. And all they do is gather data, write it out, and come up with equations to represent that data. Okay? So basically, once again, what are the four things that we need? We need a table. We need to plot the graph, come up with a straight line, and we need our equation. Is that correct? All right, so let me show you once again the home plate for tonight. Home plate for tonight. There it is. Do we have a table? Yes. Can we plot that information there? Yes. You make your straight line, and at the end you come up with some answers to those questions. That will be our home plate for tonight. Okay. I'm going to stop the video right there. Once again, if you need to revisit the lesson, just go to the YouTube channel. And in order to not be sifting through all the videos, go to the playlist where it says statistics, and you'll get there. All right? I'll stop right there. Good one, guys. Enjoy your afternoon.